Welcome to another day in the Matrix, Waters Above Crypto. Today we're going to follow up on the XRP breakout. As you probably already know, it has officially hit $1 exactly 10 days after I made this video titled $1 XRP in April. We went over the time frame that XRP would begin this breakout almost a month ago by using Gematria, the Kabbalistic code. And you can watch those videos if you come down here, the videos from about 3 weeks ago. So if you're new here, we do cryptocurrency technical analysis and combine it with the esoteric science of Gematria, Numerology, and Astrology to understand these markets. I'd appreciate if you subscribe if you haven't already, give this video a like, and share this channel with other conscious people to help grow this community. Trying to give out more red pills. So there's a promo code in the pinned comment if you're interested in joining my Mastermind course with lifetime access. The Mastermind course is my crystal ball. It's where I teach my strategies of my technical analysis and Gematria so they can be used together to make accurate predictions. Yesterday, I received a bunch of emails from people thanking me for how much money they've made off of this recent XRP prediction that we gave. And it just felt so great to know that my work was helping people thrive in this matrix. It means a lot to me for your guys' support, so discount code in the pinned comment, and it's my way of giving back. So let's get into the charts and look at some of the numbers. First things first, we could see that we got that $1.10 XRP. With numerology, that would be an 11, a 1, a very, very important number. And we used this Gematria code to determine this red box right here. This red box starts at the 76th day of the year, leading up into the 15th week of the year. And we had our video yesterday showing how that on the 5th of April, which was yesterday, started the 14th week with the 14-date numerology, 4/5/2021, with the 14. So we had the 14-date numerology starting the 14th week right after the 44-date numerology of Easter, or Ishtar, Semiramis, and that was clearly something ritualized because this is the only cryptocurrency that is pumping right now. And of course, people are looking for reasons. They're looking for the SEC and Gary Gensler and this, that, and whatever. But we were predicting this to occur all the way in the beginning of March, before there would be any insight of these sorts of concepts. So again, when using technical analysis and combining it with Gematria, this is a very powerful combination. For anyone who's unaware of Gematria, I will be doing some basic videos adding to my Mastermind course to give a breakdown. There's also a lot of stuff out there on the internet, but perhaps coming from someone who has a lot of experience with technical analysis and cryptocurrencies, it would just be better for me to start adding more content of the basics. Been getting a lot of questions as to what these ciphers mean individually, what is the importance of them, why are they excuse me, important, and I think that would help. So before we get really, really deep into everything that's going on, this candle formation right here is looking like a doji candle, and that is an indecision candle. So we have to see how the rest of this day goes. It could be a little bit problematic if we're gonna see a doji, but if we can get a close above like the 95-cent level, this could actually continue. As crazy as that sounds. And the continuation I would expect to come up right here to the 1618, which is the $1.17 price point. I don't think it'll exactly hit 117. That's just the technical target. That's not the Gematria. Okay, and I have a really cool chart that I'm going to show you in a moment. And we're going to try to figure out some more things because this is really exciting times. I'm going to move that right there. And also, It looks like we're experiencing the first actual moon mission. The first real moon landing might be happening. May. May might be the month, guys. Really exciting stuff for XRP. I'm as you guys know, it's my second biggest holding, and I've been trying to come out and just debunk a lot of the nonsense that comes out of the XRP army with all of their news. They love their news, their northeast, west, south, broken compass. And that stuff is just so much theater to me, I can't even take it anymore. So I'm glad that anyone who's found my work understands that we're trying to use the code. And the code comes from the Brotherhood. And the Brotherhood is not the Jesuits, it is not the Jews. It is a brotherhood that is encompassed of every religion, every type of thought and methodology. And they are all heavily influenced by Kabbalah, hence they are called the Cabal, and they all come back to the Trinity, which is Washington D.C., the Vatican, City of London. So Wernher von Braun, the guy who was in charge of the moon missions, read what was written on his tombstone and you will understand why my name is Waters Above. So let's get into some of these numbers, right? So today we're looking at 4/6/2021 for April 6th in the year 2021, and we're getting 15 numerology. So of course, with XRP, we get the 15 in the Chaldean cipher. So these 2 days of the 14th, which was yesterday, the 14-day numerology, and today are critical. And that's why we hit these new prices. So XRP equaling the 15 on the 15-day numerology. Another thing we can do is we can write April 6, 2021, and we're getting something interesting here. We're getting the 67 and the 40. So look at right here. We have the 40 matches with Ripple and the 67 and 76 as above, so below. Starting on the 14th date, blast off, leading into the 15th date, which is today, written out as April 6th, 2021, the way that we would say it, and we're getting the as above, so below with the 67 and the 76. Also, April, with the 15 Chaldean coming back to the 15 of XRP, and today being the 15 date. This 15 keeps showing up time and time again, and the reason I believe it keeps showing up is because of Moon with the 51 and 15, but we'll touch on that in a moment. So we have April with the 15, very much like XRP, and then we have Tuesday, which is today's date. Tuesday, or miércoles, equals Mars. Mars with the 15, also connection to the moon. 51, 51, 15, 15. Very, very important. 57, 57. It's a match. And these are very important. Once you start understanding that there's an astrological element, and hence you could use zodiac as well to merge all of this together, you start to make a lot more sense of this. Just utilizing Gematria or just utilizing numerology is just one of the parts that makes this understandable, but to understand, right? So you have to understand, and then you have to overstand, and then you need to understand. And that's what we're doing here by utilizing the Gematria code. It's to understand something is demeaning. Consider these words as spells. And everything we're told by the mainstream media and by all these lizards is just spellcasting. We need to know this. And not to just know, N-O, you have to know like gnosis, G-N-O-S-I-S. Okay? So one thing that's really interesting with this connection is if we go to the XRP chart, yesterday, the price literally hit a 44% candle. So look right here at the top when I hold my cursor, and you could pause the screen, 44.4% gains, right? And on the Bitstamp chart, we're looking at a $1.10 XRP, the $1.10. And if I measure the entire move from the beginning of the candle, again, I'm sorry if this is really discombobulated looking. And if I go to this other chart, we're getting the 51% on both. That 51% candle from the bottom wick to the top wick, and the 51 coming back to the moon and Mars with the 51 and 15. Moon 51. XRP going 51% up from bottom to top yesterday. And this picture makes sense now. So one of the things that I was looking at was this chart, and I'm not entirely sure how to take it, but let's just play around and try to make some sense of it all. So I drew out this chart looking very, very simple. I didn't want to get too crazy with it, but you can see we have a very massive blow off top structure in the top right, top left, which would be considered the all-time high. And this moment going from, what was it, 23 cents all the way up to a 1,300% gain, and the time frame was less than 30 days. I'm not thinking that we're there yet. I believe that we might have a nice little shakeout down, and I want to just examine some of this price action really quick. Let me reset this so it doesn't look so ridiculous. So, okay, let's look at this, right? So I see some sort of weird symmetry going on right now. And if I just zoom in, if I try to get this to be a little less crazy, I have a point right there and a point right here. And these structures look very similar. How it's drowning down into the spring, and then here it's rising into it. And then we have a move down, and then a nice exuberant move up with this like fake out wick, just like right here, okay? And if you see, it has this down push, and right here we have that down push. And then if I zoom out a little more, you see that leading to it was another mound, and then right here we had another move. And these are called SOSs and backup phases using Wyckoff accumulation, which we teach in the Mastermind course. And I believe that this moment right here, this whole movement, is very similar to the one we're in now, and we might even see some sort of move up to like $1.17 and then pull back and form another trading range. And if you see where I drew that, it's basically the top of what this area was. Coming to backtest that as a confirmed support would be insane. I don't think it'll go that low, maybe 73, 72. And then once it surpasses this high level, wherever that ends up being, again, it could be that Fibonacci golden ratio at $1.17, that's when things can get wild. We're not there yet. Anyone who thinks this is just going to continue on a straight line, if it does, awesome, but you better get ready to sell, okay? Because this asset is known to just do this shit all the time, and that's not fun, okay? So anyone who's watched my work, you know that I'm not hype. I am an analyst. I like to see how this market can grow and maintain a structure. If Bitcoin just went to $100,000 right now, that would be extremely problematic for the entire cryptocurrency space because it would be a premature bull market. We don't want that. Everyone has been seeing gains in Bitcoin, and finally now everyone's seeing their gains in the altcoins. But who was left out to dry? XRP. And in the last 2 days, it's finally just catching up. So if Bitcoin maintains sideways, I believe that there will be even more blast off for some of these altcoins because the Bitcoin dominance is absolutely taking a shit right now. So I just think this is an interesting chart. Perhaps we're on phase C. And phase C will potentially have a back test of the 70 cent level, maybe as low as 65 cents, and then continue, and that would be healthy. Confirming this 70 cent level as a support would be the day to actually start partying. Today is great. We're seeing a $1 XRP. We called it, but in reality, we need new support levels. Otherwise, we'll be trading at this 50 cent level on average forever. And of course, that's not how I feel, but I'm just telling you that's technically how it would be. And technicals do matter. If you combine the technicals with the Gematria Numerology, you'll start to see why it's powerful. Anyone who says technical analysis doesn't work is full of shit and they don't know how to do it. So when you don't know how to do something, of course it doesn't work. Right? Like any engineer in this world would know. So I don't want to rant, but I just want to lay that out there because of the amount of nonsense that I see in some of these YouTube channels. So let me quickly just head on to the Bitcoin chart because this is important, and we're going to see what's going on here. My charts have been really awkward lately. They just keep scrunching up. So this white trend line got another rejection, and we are fighting here in this golden pocket territory. This golden pocket being the 786 to 618, and you could see once we got in it, we haven't closed the daily above it. And I've been telling everyone we need to close the daily above it, but I am so happy that we aren't just yet. I rather this coil up and build more support in this area. That is technically what everyone should want. Building more support at this high 50s level is showing us that Bitcoin is not as volatile as it used to be. And when Bitcoin loses volatility, that means it's becoming a better store of value. It's not to say that it won't head to $100,000 soon. That's totally possible. I don't really care. I'm somebody who's just looking at all of this non-emotionally and trying to make sense of it. And with that being said, the golden pocket is definitely a battle zone. And as long as it maintains that as support, then this market structure is going to be really, really nice setting up for May. And it's great. We hit our target for XRP. Now we could kind of just kick back and relax. This might be a good time to start accumulation before the next leg up. I'm just saying, because once we're going sideways with the biggest asset in the space, Bitcoin, you're going to start to see the market's going to act very, very weird, where some cryptos are up 10%, some are down 10%. It's not moving in harmony, and that's what happens. And harmony will come when Bitcoin wants to make a decision. It'll bring chaos, but then it'll bring order, right? Ordo ab chaos. Order out of chaos. That's what Bitcoin's known for. So I don't want to take too long on this, but I do want to mention that the weekly chart, again, sorry for the way that this is looking right now. I'm just trying to move through this a little quicker. So the weekly chart, you see this orange line right here? That orange line is the 21-week EMA. And the 21-week EMA is now at 42,000, okay? And if you remember, the previous structure when we broke onto new highs, if I hide these drawings, that would be so much better. Okay, beautiful. And I'm also going to hide this, and I'm also going to hide the... I'll leave volume. So you see right here, this moment in the beginning of January when Bitcoin hit 42,000. Again, I was really learning a lot about Gematria back then. But with that being said, the 42,000 high was amazing to see that happen. And now the weekly 21 EMA is sitting at 42,000. And as you know, in bull markets, Bitcoin likes to pull back to that 21 EMA. So the fact that it is now approaching higher levels than the previous all-time, the real previous all-time high, which was 42,000 before that bigger correction, that's amazing. And look at this declining volume. This is drying up. It means that there's no more Bitcoin left. So Bitcoin is about 90% out of supply. Whatever's mined is being bought, and it's losing volatility, right? So as this happens, this is going to make the cryptocurrency market make a lot more clarity as to what's going on here in this space. Bitcoin is being utilized as a store of value. So it's losing that volatility. Again, it doesn't mean that the price won't continue to go up in dollar value. I'm just saying that what's going to happen is it's not going to have these massive 40% corrections all the time that we were expecting it to do. Anyone who has experienced the last bull market or has analyzed the previous bull market knows that this was something everyone was talking about. And you see this orange line, we haven't back tested it since all the way back in September. So I'm just saying, the more this creeps up, if it could start to get to the almost 50,000 and Bitcoin's still trading sideways, I don't think that's going to happen. But if that does happen, that's a very healthy bull market, way healthier than it was going when it went from 10,000 all the way up to here. Or when we watched Cardano go from 10 cents to $1 in a couple weeks, or Theta move from $2 to $14, and that's not good, okay? So people need to get that through their head. You don't even want XRP going any higher than it is now. XRP would be so much better to just stay sideways now for a while. If XRP can close dailies at $1 for the next month or 2 months, that would feel so much better for me, who's a long-term investor, to know that I made an amazing decision on investing in XRP. If it dumps down to 70 and bounces and continues higher, I will be so fucking happy, and you should be too, because that would be technically a beautiful moment. So with that being said, if you'd like to know more about cryptocurrencies and how to do technical analysis and how to utilize the esoteric code of Gematria to be able to determine what dates and what prices these cryptos will hit before it happens, you can join the Mastermind course by contacting my email in the description box. There will be a promo code in the pinned comment below. So make sure to put Waters Above in the email to get a discount for lifetime access to the course. And also mention me in a comment at Waters Above, and that'll activate your discount code. Looking forward to hearing from you guys. Looking forward to helping you thrive in this matrix. Enjoy the rest of your day in this matrix. Much love.